Hey there again, this is Greg. I'm working on another project. In fact, I'm working on something that I originally picked up at IKEA. This is the start of the project, but let me show you what I picked up at IKEA several months ago. They sell a framing product. It's got the Findler name on it. I'm thinking that they may have discontinued this at this point, especially here in this country. I'm not 100% sure, but what the deal is here, you get a block of wood, two tiny little magnets, and of course this comes with two tiny little magnets on the plexiglass. The plexiglass is fairly thick. It's about an eighth of an inch thick, somewhere in there, and of course it all just kind of snaps together here magnetically. So what you can end up doing is you've got a canvas here to work on, and you've also got a canvas on top of the plexiglass to work on, and it's going to give you a really nice little dimensional look then when you connect this together through the magnets, which is exactly what I'm doing right here. I've put my surface. I've worked on my canvas here on the black block. First of all, a couple vintage ladies from some photos that I have. There's an old hotel sticker. The actual plexiglass itself locks into place in this manner, and I've got some borders here. It's really hard to tell. It's hard to see the dimension and what's floating here, but these little borders float really nicely on top of the ladies. And then on top of all of this, I plan on I'm going to screw down, I've got an old piece of hardware, an old lock that I'm actually going to screw down into the plexiglass with some screws. You can do this real easily. You can screw into plexiglass without any problems. Let me get in my plastic bag here. I've actually got some plexiglass screws. You can buy these on eBay, or you can go to a plastic shop and buy these. And I keep them separated in a bag. So I don't want them getting them mixed up with my wood screws. But anyway, I'm going to screw these down, drill my holes, screw those down in place. I think I might use a piece of some money, old money that I have. I'm going to put that into place right here. I glue most of this stuff down, as I've stated in my other videos, with silicone caulking, the kind you get in the caulking tubes. A very, very, very thin layer on the back, especially when I'm gluing it to a surface like plexiglass, and then I very carefully lay it into place, kind of tap it down, and it's ready. So this piece is going to be done probably today. I bought, let me see, several months ago I bought 2 or 3 of these. I want to say they were like $3 a piece. They might have been a little less, they might have been a little more, but somebody turned in a whole bunch of these. In fact, they were brand new at a recycling center here in Portland, and I got several of them for $1/4 a piece. But if you're not able to get these kinds of things, you can easily cut your own block of wood. I'm going to go to a glass store and actually have some thicker glass cut. This is a fairly thin piece of glass, but I want some thicker glass. I'm going to have it specially cut to fit my blocks of wood. The thicker the glass, of course, the better, because the more layering and the more dimension you're going to get in the final look of the piece. So if you're not able to get these from IKEA, you can certainly do something similar. Piece of glass, piece of wood, do your collage and use your top canvas and do more collage on top and kind of layer everything here. Let me show you. I've got another one here that I've started. I haven't really done a whole lot with this yet, but it's kind of the same principle. Haven't done anything on top of this piece yet. This one is finished. Cool. Some old vintage photos on the bottom, an old cutout from a Life magazine, an old car ad, a hotel sticker, piece of old money that I'm using up here at the top. So, and again, it's really kind of hard to see the layering. I'm not really even sure how to turn this to the camera so that you can see. You can see the thickness of the plexiglass in this manner, however. And the magnets are holding everything down. By the way, under some of these these cutouts that I have that are floating on top of the plexiglass, I put a little bit of silicone underneath those cutouts when I lay, and then I lay the plexiglass down. The magnets hold it in place, as well as the silicone hidden under these cutouts hold it down onto the block of wood, if that makes any sense. Okay, another one that I've got finished, ready to go here. Same idea. And I got one more finished here with some cows. An old vintage photo in the background. Some cows from an old children's storybook. An old border piece up here at the top. I do have to screw in my own hardware in the back of these. When I got these at IKEA and the recycling center, they didn't have screws. They didn't have anything on the back to hang your stuff, so you got to do that yourself. So anyway, this is my new IKEA plexiglass block of wood kind of activity. It's easy to do. So thanks for joining me on this project.